This was going to be a Doom 64 review, but the problem is I don't think that'd get any views because I don't think a lot of people care about Doom 64 right now. But I had my Doom Eternal transmog ready to go. The only thing I don't like is the heel boots. I wish I could have found something more military. But I got my chainsaw for Doom guy, I got the red, the glowing eyes. But let's talk about what I want to talk about. So I've been doing the YouTube thing for like 5 years, but I'm just now getting views in the triple digits. Other than that lucky PSO video I did. And something I need to work on is expanding on my thoughts. The other day when I said Ashes of Creation's gonna take a hit to Riot's MMO, and I don't think it's gonna win that fight. I stand by that, but I feel like I need to expand on that thought. That video is being downvoted out my ears. And it's mostly my fault. And I'm gonna try to tackle the criticism instead of running away. So, here's why I think Riot's going to win. And I also might have overstated how long away Ashes is. It might not be 4 or 5 years away, but that being said, I still don't think you'll see that game. I think at the soonest you'll see it the end of 23 or the beginning of 24. I don't think you'll see that game anytime soon. And 2 years is a lot of development time, and so Riot can get a lot of stuff done within 2 or 3 years. I also think Riot just has the name brand power to it. Riot is... We'll wait for the wind to stop. Riot is League of Legends. Riot is Valorant. They also have a card game, and it was like a few years ago when Riot just decided they were gonna conquer the game world. So they did a card game, MMO, hero shooter, mixed with Rainbow Six. I actually didn't like Valorant. I'm not getting into it now. Another reason is just that infinite budget Riot has. And money goes a long ways in creating games. The people who are going to be into Ashes of Creation are going to be already hardcore MMOs, right? While I think everyone is going to try Riots just because they'll be coming from League. They'll be coming from Runeterra, that's it. And they'll just be like, oh, Riot's new game, I want to try it. And I feel like no matter what genre it was, they'd try it. Like, look at Valorant, look at Legends of Runeterra. People tried it just because they wanted to expand the Riot game base. And even I'm more interested in it because there's an established lore. Back when I played League of Legends, my favorite character was Mordekaiser because he was just an empty suit possessed by a soul, and I thought that was so cool. The places you'll go in Riot's MMO. And after the massive, massive success of Arcane, I I just think Riot is on absolute fire right now. And even thinking a few years ahead, the MMOs I look forward to, such as Blue Protocol, which, to be fair, might be a few years out too. At least for the West, if it even comes to the West. And I'm already kind of invested in the League of Legends lore. Like I said, Mordekaiser, Misfortune, Surima. Like, just, there's great, there's absolutely outstanding potential for the world of League of Legends. A Baron raid boss, world boss, raids with Diana's homeland, Leona's homeland, Bilgewater raid, the classes. I just feel like Runeterra has infinite potential. And so many people are already attached to that world. Another thing is just Riot's track record too. Everything they do is just a success. League of Legends, Valorant, Legends of Runeterra, all these things that came out just took the world by storm. To be fair, I feel like people have forgotten about Runeterra. I don't hear about that too much. I think Valorant's still doing good. All they need is a go-kart. They need a kart racer. And Ashes has to create all this from the ground up. And it'll be even worse if, like, Ashes comes out one year, and then the next year, Riot comes out. Because Ashes won't be the new thing. And not everyone has the time to play every MMO that comes out. So they leave one, and then they switch between one or two. Even I gravitate to Final Fantasy, mostly. Lost Ark, I still have fun with it. I just wish I was smart enough to play the endgame. And okay. Another thing, I just want to say it, is, now since I think I'm at the end of the video, is don't let people influence the games you play, right? If I'm not excited for a game, then that's my personal preference. Now, if I tell you you're a doofus because you're into a game that's gonna die on Impact, or die on Rival, then yeah, get on to me. Which, in a way, my video did sound like that, and I do apologize. I'm still kind of learning how to do this to an actual crowd. But, so that's my apology. I should start expanding on my thoughts. I should start being more thoughtful. I should start laying out my videos more. Maybe I should start writing out scripts. As much as I don't want to become one of those video essays channels, maybe like a script or a guideline wouldn't hurt that much. I just defied gravity and went up a pipe. But yeah, that's what I have to say. If you're here for that Doom 64 review that I kind of skimped out on, sorry, I did that to you. I love Doom 64, actually. It's a lot of fun. Old school. It has the most satisfying shotgun I've played in a while. Since Doom Eternal, actually. My only problems with that game were, I got lost, and I'd get lost for a while without a lot of direction on where to go. But that's more of a nitpick because that's just Doom being Doom. Even though I didn't like the lack of music. It felt like there was no music? There was no music, it was just ambient, which was kind of awkward. I don't know how to defy gravity twice to get back up there. Oh, duh. So that's pretty much the Doom 64 in a nutshell. The retention rate is like 2 minutes, so I'm not worried about throwing it in there. If you watched this video, thank you, sincerely. If you're here from the video I did the other night, I do apologize. I should have expanded on my thoughts more. And if you're new, then welcome to the channel. I do MMOs and reviews. Okay, so I took a snapshot and I did something. But I am completely lost on where I am because, you know, I had to reboot the computer. But basically, those were my thoughts. I'll try to do better in the future about expanding those thoughts. And I'll see you on the next one. Tiny Tina's review is coming out next week. I gotta play it first. So, yeah. Alrighty. I logged on to Final Fantasy just to say Artifact out.